morning. Good morning. Hey, it's Terry Bottom saying welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh man, I'm trying something very new today, and that's standing up so I can put some emotion into this. Sitting out of that chair, I was kind of restricted to the first half of my body, and all I could do was move my arms. Kind of felt like I don't know, somewhat out of their environment. But hey, hello everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. I got some very, very exciting news for you guys. I tell you, for the last, I don't know, it's probably seemed like it's been about 3 months at least. The last 3 months, I've been pivoting. I've been evolving with my real estate investing business, my coaching business. And one way I've had some really great coaches that have really inspired me, motivated me, and told me that, hey, I've got some great, great content that my message needs to get out to the world. Now, you know what? I'm going to take that back. It's been about a year, because I remember starting with one program. It was about being on stages, how to get on stages to tell your message. And I had been with them for a while. I enjoyed that process. And then we were supposed to go to Florida for some big convention. Like most of you, you probably were planning on evolving, doing some things. We were all in the process of going out, learning, trying to implement new ideas, new strategies. And all of a sudden, COVID hit. Yep, COVID hit. And what happened was we weren't able to travel. We weren't able to go to this event that was going to be held in Florida. So they decided to go online. And previously to that, I had thought about just using the internet as my platform instead of traveling. See, I did a lot of traveling. Coaching students personally one-on-one. And to let you guys know how this all came about was the real estate gurus, the people that came to your town and they said, hey, look, come to our seminar. We're going to do 2 hours. We're going to give away a CD player. We're going to give away 2 nights in Hawaii. We're going to give away free lunch, free dinner. And they got you to come to this hotel. And at this hotel, they gave you 2 hours worth of information. And then they said, hey, look, if you really want to go deeper with this, we have a guy named Terry Bottom. He's one of our coaches. He's an experienced coach that's worked with banks. He's buying loans from banks, something that's very rare in the real estate investing field. How many of you would like to learn from Terry Bottom how to do this process? Well, Terry Bottom will fly to your town and he will train you for 3 days, one-on-one. And they sold that program for $25,000 and above. Well, I was the guy that flew in for 3 days and taught you how to do real estate. Now, since that time, a lot of these companies have gone out of business. But Terry Bottom, he's continued to work and grind his business since 2001. So when those guys went out of business, I kept doing what I normally do. I kept teaching people about buying these notes, okay, from banks, working directly with banks, and then helping these homeowners that weren't able to make their payments, how to help them keep their home. And I've talked about this one deal that I did where I made $40,000 in 1 hour just by helping this homeowner stay in their home, and I bought the loan from the bank. That homeowner made payments to me just like they would make to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or Chase Bank. But this happened to be the bank of Terry Bottom. Now, in the meantime, since 2001, I've been putting up videos on YouTube about what I do. And I've been able to continually teach and train people and help them make an impact on this world by increasing their finances, okay, improving their family's finances so they can have a better financial future, so they can get out of debt, so they can pay for their kids and children's grandchildren's college educations, so they can buy a new car cash, so they can go on vacation, so they can have some money in the bank, okay, so they can live a very prosperous life. Again, go on vacation if they want and pay cash to get out of debt. Maybe replace the job also. I mean, I've done that myself. So I've been doing that. And I've been teaching people all these years, and now I've looked at it and said, hey, look, you know, Terry, you've been through 3 recessions, including the one we're in now. I went through 9/11 bombings. That's when I first started buying these loans. The market was low. I don't know if you guys see it. The market was actually low when I started. And you're talking about cycles. The market went up, so those properties that these owners had the notes on, they had the notes. I owned the note on this property when it was down low. What happens when the property goes up? You got appreciation, and then you have equity. And at this point, you can refinance your home, or you can sell the home, okay? And that's how I would get paid when I owned the note. I would buy the note at a price, the property value went up, the homeowner decided, well, Terry, we're gonna refinance our house, which means I got cashed out, or they're gonna sell the house, which means, again, I got cashed out. Okay, I made some good money, right? All right, so I did that. And then in 2008, when the market was high, the cycle was high, property values dropped and plummeted. Property values went down, right? So everybody was upside down. Their house didn't have any value. So at that time, again, I was still doing notes. So the cycle was from the bottom up, and now went from the bottom down. So where are we at in 2020? 2020, we're in a cycle where the government says, look, we don't want these houses to drop in value. That would kill the economy, okay? People are homeless, going homeless, and more are going to be going homeless because the government here in California has said, now, my tenants have been given 6 months free rent, can't evict them, and so now they're releasing those restrictions. Banks are going to be able to start foreclosing, and there's going to be a free fall for real estate, you guys. There's going to be a wealth transfer. There's going to be a wealth transfer for real estate investors during and after COVID-19. So what I've decided to do is this. I've been through 3 recessions. There's not a program in real estate right now. Nobody has a real estate program that teaches how to handle people that are going through tough times. People that are dealing with debt, divorce, distress. During COVID-19, COVID-19 caused people to lose their jobs, to be furloughed, to be displaced. And some of these people are not going to be able to make their mortgage payments. So after 19 years of developing this business, I've decided to rebrand it, to rebrand my business, to have the only program that will teach real estate investors how to buy notes from banks, how to solve homeowners' problems that are dealing with COVID, debt, divorce, and distress. And the reason you want to deal with people in those times is because they're the majority right now. I would say probably 60% of the market right now is in distress. There's financial anxiety in the house. Now, some people, they were not touched by this epidemic, but a lot of people have been displaced. It may be more than 60%. That 60% of people is your market. If you're a real estate investor, and I want to teach you and train you how to go about helping people, because right now we have to be heart-centered. As real estate investors, what we normally do, what everybody normally teaches, is you're going to go in, you want to buy this property below value. Every investor that I know, every investor, 99% of investors are going in to buy this house at a discount and dislodging that homeowner so that they can make money. Okay, I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I gotta get my picture going, right? We're getting rich. We're getting rich by doing this. But now during COVID, it's a different time. Now's the time for you to be compassionate. Now's the time for you to help people, be heart-centered, and help more people with their problems. So what does that mean? Most people that are going to be going through foreclosure, in foreclosure, lost their job, they don't have solutions. They don't have answers to how to solve their foreclosure problem. And by the way, my name is Terry Bontemps, okay? My phone number is 916 916-470-3869. It's 916-470-3869. If you're looking to learn how to invest in real estate, please give me a call. I got a great program, and I'm getting ready to launch it on October 5th. I got a challenge where I'll be inviting people for free to see this concept. And right now you need to get in early because the prices are not going to be any cheaper. This program is amazing, you guys. Oh, I can't begin to tell you. So again, I've developed the blueprint and financial framework to teach you how to make money and build wealth during this pandemic. This is my third one. And it always comes down to a few things. In order to be a successful real estate investor, a lot of investors are out of the market. They're out of the market because they don't have a program. The seminar that they went to, the person in charge didn't teach them how to profit in real estate, how to profit on houses during a recession. No one taught them how to deal with a pandemic like COVID-19 because we've never seen it before. But when I was involved in 9/11, when I started buying these loans, people didn't want to leave their houses. Why? Because they were scared they were going to get killed by a terrorist. Right? In 2008, okay, banks were making loans that were easy for people to get. Thus, some people didn't qualify. I'm not mad at nobody. If you got a loan and you didn't qualify and that was your chance to get a house, hey, I'm all for it. Go for it. And then there were banks that were just giving loans to collect fees to anybody. So it became a free fall. In 2020, okay, we're afraid to leave the house, some of us. Okay, we're afraid to leave the house. Now we got to wear a mask. Now we have to wear a mask because a lot of people are getting affected by COVID. No one ever developed a course like that. But again, who's better experienced than I am? Okay? So again, I've developed the blueprint and the framework, and I'm telling you guys about it now. I'm so excited. I'm so energized. I get up about 4 o'clock every morning, go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I get up, and I'm rebranding my material. You know, what I did in 2001 is so relevant to what's happening today, you guys. I just need to update it and give you the new blueprint and the framework. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to profit and to provide a great public service, you guys. Hey, if I can teach you how to help families stay in their homes and you can make a profit, you're doing a great public service. You're keeping the family intact. There's nothing worse than to have a mother and a father and the kids separate. You know, because of this pandemic, people have lost their jobs. So the parents got to go live with a relative. The kids got to go live with another relative. That's dislodging the family. Okay? Some people are not even going to be able to find a home. Some people are going to be living on the streets. When there might have been a solution, there might have been a solution. We're not guaranteeing anything. I'm just going to give you the framework and the concepts of why this all works. But if you could have kept a family in their home, that's so much more beneficial. I've done that, you guys. I've done that all across the United States. I've helped homeowners in foreclosure keep their homes in Arizona, California, Nevada, Illinois, Florida, and New York. On one deal here in Sacramento, I helped a family keep their home. The mom, the mother, she didn't want to sell the house. If you're a real estate investor, if you tried to go to her to buy her house, she wasn't going to sell it to you. If you're a real estate agent, she didn't want to list her house. She wanted her home. And I provided a solution, and I made $40,000 in 1 hour. And that's because I bought the note and became the bank. And what I found out was once I became the bank, I didn't have to deal with tenants, toilets, trash. I didn't have to pay closing costs. I didn't have to deal with real estate agents. I didn't have to deal with possibly being sued. Because again, if someone falls down on the property, they didn't sue me because I'm the bank. So I said, wow, I like this. If there's something that happened, the air conditioner went out, you don't call the bank, right? I go, wow, I can invest my money, get a great return, do a great public service also, and still have time. Freedom of time. So I'm like, wow, what a great program. What a great program. See, helping homeowners facing foreclosure keep their homes. I made $40,000 profit in 1 hour. Okay, this course is the most intensive, comprehensive, and most in-depth educational training ever offered in the real estate industry. No one has anything like it. No one has anything like it. There's lots of programs that say, yes, we'll teach you how to help that homeowner in foreclosure. You know how they do that? And again, I ain't mad at nobody. I'm just telling the truth. This is real talk by Terry Bond, who's been in this business 40 years. Other investors say, yes, we have a program to help you with your foreclosure. You know what that means? That means we want to buy your house, or you can just give us your house. How do I know that? Because I've been given houses and I've bought houses. My first priority in this pandemic should be, how can I be of service to you? How could I help you? I understand you're having some problems. You've been dealing with foreclosure possibly, being behind on your payments, death. There might have been death, divorce, distress, and death. You have a house. How can I help you with that real estate so that you can move on with your life? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. See, I know how to deal with people that have these challenges. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. I had a lady tell me, hey, Terry, I couldn't find your number anywhere. She went to my real estate videos. I said, put my number everywhere. So if you got a challenge right now and you're watching me, a financial challenge, you're dealing with death, debt, divorce, and distress, Terry Bontemps, my number is 916-470-3869. If you're a real estate investor and this resonates with what I'm saying to you, that you would want to help people during COVID-19, which is I think the biggest financial opportunity for real estate investors, you can give me a call also. 916-470-3869. Again, it's 916-470-3869, and I'm live. I'm actually live right now. I will pre-record this and play it back later, and I'll be in the chat room. Okay, again, I'm launching a brand new global movement of purpose-driven real estate investors. What does that mean, purpose-driven? We are purposely going into the market, and we're going to find these people with distress. We're going to market to them that we can possibly help them keep their home, and we're going to do a great service. No one's ever done that. There's never been a movement like this, you guys. Never, ever, ever. So I decided, you know what? It's got to be me. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me. Why? Because I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure. My first house that I ever owned, I refinanced that property, didn't pay my property taxes, and lost it to foreclosure. I wish someone like you, I wish somebody like this guy, Terry Bontemps, had a program that you could at least just talk to me about this foreclosure process, because I don't understand. There's a lot of stress going on in my house. Give me some solutions. Give me some help, anybody. How can I keep my home? I dealt with that. So I know there's other people dealing with this, people that have been displaced. They've been furloughed. They're working at Starbucks as a barista to try to make extra income. They're working at Walmart as a greeter. They're driving for Uber and Lyft to try to make ends meet so that they can keep their home. Well, how does this new platform work, Terry? It's not new, but I'm rebranding. I'm rebranding it. It's not new. 19 years. I got to say it's new. It's probably new for you because you never heard it before. No one, the seminar companies that go around, they don't talk about this. This is how I was able to evolve For 19 years, since 2001. Now, let me get this right. I bought my first house in 1980 when I was 21 years old. Okay? I started teaching people how to invest in real estate in 2001 because I became the expert at buying these notes from banks. People said, we never heard of it. Teach us, teach us. And today, still people are calling me, hey, I want to learn how to do notes. Okay? I lost my second house. It was the first house that I ever owned that was brand new. Knew everything. I was the first person in that house. I lived in that house for 18 years. 18 years, y'all. That was 2008 when the recession hit. I was upside down, big time. Okay? I couldn't see any way out. I owned other real estate. Some of the real estate I owned it free and clear, so I had no payment. 2008 was a business decision. Do I stay in this upside down house, throwing my money, my hard-earned money, into a property that I didn't know whenever it was going to get back to just being what the house was worth, and yet let alone building some equity? Some of you on this call, this live right now, may have gone through 2008. And if you're still in that same house, I hope you have equity, and you probably do have equity, but how long did it take for you to grow equity? See, I wasn't willing to wait. I wasn't willing to wait because I already had a house that I owned free and clear. I probably had 2 houses that I'd owned free and clear because I got to the point where I didn't want the bank to take any more of my houses. So what did I do? I started paying it off. That was a great strategy. My uncle taught me that when I was very young. He said, Terry, save your money, buy a house, pay that house off. I'm so glad I was listening to his wisdom. Why? Because this is what's helped me survive. Okay? Survive 2001, 2008, and now 2020. Why? Because I have no debt. I have no debt. I paid cash for that swimming pool from the profits I made in real estate from buying notes from bank. I did say I paid cash. I'm not here to brag. This ain't about brag. I'm trying to get you to see and hear and understand what I've been through and where I come from. See, I lost 2 houses in foreclosure. I didn't have cash. But I started doing this real estate where I started helping homeowners in foreclosure keep their home. I started buying loans from banks. I started buying houses, and people started giving me houses. Woo! Okay, I became the leading expert on buying these loans from banks in my particular niche. I like buying second mortgages from banks so that I take their position. Again, I did say I paid cash for that swimming pool behind me. I paid cash for that truck behind me. I have no debt on my automobiles. I have no debt on my real estate. I own my real estate free and clear. I don't have any student loans. I don't have any consumer debt. Zero debt. Why? Because I learned how to be the bank. See, the bank gets interest whenever you borrow from them. So you're paying all kinds of money, thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you have a mortgage, you're spending so much money paying interest to banks. You got to turn that around, you guys. That's your money, and I'm going to teach you how to start thinking and investing like a bank. You need to be your own bank. You need to teach your kids how to be banks. Teach your kids, hey, credit cards, consumer debt, that keeps people in bondage. It keeps you going to work every day because you're strapped financially. Come on, y'all got to change the mindset, change the generational thinking from poverty to wealth. And I want to help you with that. So again, I started profiting, you guys, by buying those from banks, helping homeowners keep their homes, and solving 6 Ds, which means 6 Ds are giving solutions to the homeowner's problems. giving solutions to homeowners' problems. That's heart-centered. How could I be of service to you? How could I help you, again, with the real estate? If they have real estate, that's what I'm trying to help them with. I can't help if they don't have real estate. Now, they may call me, but my marketing says, in foreclosure, we can help you keep your home. So that's what I want somebody to pick up the phone and call me from. I don't want to be someone that helps people that doesn't have a home, because I don't have that answer. Again, I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure, so I know what they're going through. I know the sleepless nights. I know the heartache. I laid in the fetal position. I cried. I lost weight. And if some of you that are watching me have gone through this type of situation, you know what it's like. So you've got great experience to be joining me, because you can tell other people, hey, look, I've already been through what you're going through, and I just want to help you get to where you need to be next. I wish someone would have came to me like I'm coming to you to try to help you. Okay, wealth is going to be increased during this pandemic, you guys. I'm just warming up. I just warmed up. I just love doing this. Again, wealth is going to be transferred during this epidemic. COVID-19. COVID-19 is now the biggest financial opportunity for you if you're a real estate investor. Come on, you guys. Get this. You were made for COVID. Now, I know some of you have been having a hard time trying to figure out what it is you're doing, where you need to go. All these real estate systems you learned, how do you apply them? Okay, I'm here to teach you, coach you, train you, and support you 100% with my rebranded program, education program. Okay, again, COVID-19 is the biggest financial opportunity for real estate investors to profit from and provide a great public service. Come on, you got to feel good when you go out and help somebody keep their home. Oh man, you guys, I'm telling you, I feel so good from doing that. And then I get paid. I get rich from doing it. During COVID, oh man, when there's so much heartache and pain and crap going on in the world and protests, oh, and destruction, man, you get to be the calming voice. This is what keeps me grounded during this time. This is what keeps me motivated and not get distressed and distracted. Why? Because I'm focusing on what I can do to help people. You guys got to get this. You got to get this. It's time to help people now, people in need. That's where the prosperity's at. That's where your money comes from, helping people. Now, some of you ain't listening to me. Some of you going to keep doing what you've been doing because you've been doing it. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again, looking for a different result. See, nobody, these 60 to 70% of people that are having challenges right now, they're not listening to your message, I'll buy your house. That message ain't even resonating with them. Why? Because they don't want to sell their house. They don't want to sell their house. They want to keep their house. Hey, this house right here, I love my pool. I love my truck. I love my sunroom. You can't see it. I love it. I love my house. I love everything about my house. I get the We Buy Houses people sending me stuff. They're even texting me. Every time they text me, call me, I said, look, I'll sell you my house. I'll sell it to you for $1 million. And they said, well, we look at your comps, sir, and your comps only say 300, 400, 200, whatever it is. It don't matter to me. I'm selling my house for $1 million. If you want to buy it, let's continue the conversation. If you don't want to buy it, get off my phone and leave me alone, because I am not going to allow you to come in here, take my house that my family was raised in, okay, and try to buy my house at 70% of the value and make me move so that you can get rich. Terry Bontemps don't play that game. I am an investor and I do that. But when a person wants to sell me their house, they're voluntarily saying, Terry, we want to sell and we want to move. Now, there's a market for that. And there's a time for that. But COVID-19, you guys, it's about helping people. Now, you might not be able to help this person keep their home, but you tried, and the situation is so that they can't keep it. You can't keep your house if you can't pay. The government tried that and has used that. No evicting, no foreclosing banks. But because there was no money involved, they can't continue to do this. I know it's helping the economy, it's stabilizing families, but you can't, because the people that lose are the landlords that provide the housing. They lose in this situation because the tenants are not paying. And thus, when the tenant is not paying the landlord can't pay the bank. Are y'all getting this? Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. My phone number is 916-470-3869. If you're interested in joining me and dominating, not competing, dominating your city, your town, your state, and the world right now with this heartfelt, the heart-centered way to invest during COVID, please give me a call. If you're a homeowner dealing with debt, divorce, debt, distress, and you're facing foreclosure, give me a call. My number is 916-470-3869. I have a student that just joined me. Just joined my coaching program. His mom has 3 houses that she owns, 2 in Florida, 1 in New York. She has 1 house that's in foreclosure, the house she's living in. And I told that student, look, dude, I said, first thing you got to do, I'm going to have to work with you so we can try to help you keep your own, because if you don't fix that problem, you will be homeless. His mother has another home in Florida that has a second mortgage. She has a second mortgage on it. It has a second mortgage on it for $25,000. $25,000. And if you know me, that's where I'm headed. Okay? And they're giving me all this information. I'm in California. I'm in Sacramento, California, and I'm working on 3 houses, 1 in New York and 2 in Florida. From my conversation that I had with this student, it resonated that, hey, Terry, I want to do what you do. I want you to coach me, teach me, train me, mentor me, and then you're going to support me 100%? Yes. So he joined my coaching program. And because of that, now I'm talking to the mother because she wants to sell 1 of those houses. The house in Florida she wants to sell. Okay, and I'm gathering more information. So with 3 houses, here's what's happening. She wants to keep 2, but 1 of those properties is in foreclosure. She wants to sell 1 of them, which I'm first in line. And then she has a second mortgage on another property that's in Florida, and that's my expertise also. So guys, let me tell you this. If you aren't listening to what I'm saying right now, this person has 3 houses from a conversation that I've been able to get involved with, and I plan to help her keep her home in New York. I'm doing a great public service by helping her keep the home in New York so that she can keep her family together. Then she has a house in Florida that she wants to sell. I want to be involved with that so I can profit. Then she has a second house in Florida that has a second lien, second mortgage that's behind in payments. That is my niche. That is my world right there. So look at the many ways that I'm able to profit because of what I do in real estate, y'all. Woo-wee. And you need to join me. See, foreclosures, I believe, are going to explode, you guys. The government's taking the regulations off. In California, January 31st, 2021, I can evict my tenant. I haven't heard about when banks can start foreclosing. But let's say it's January 31st also. For you that are watching me, you need to get in my training immediately so you can get trained, because when it happens, January 31st, there's going to be a free fall in real estate. Foreclosures, I believe, are going to explode. There's going to be a transfer of wealth during this epidemic, like the Great Recession in 2008 and 9/11. Now, even if it doesn't explode to that manner, which I think it will, because there's going to be no government intervention, no government payments, no government programs, no real estate investor programs that have a program that can help these people keep their homes. I do. You do. So now between the January 31st, you need to get this training, and you need to start putting marketing out in your neighborhood, okay, where you live, on social media, so people will start contacting you and say, hey, I need your help. Please help me keep my home. How can you help me keep my home? And we want to be able to give them answers. And that's what I do with my training. I'm going to teach you how to give them answers, how to give them solutions to their problem. My question to you is, are you prepared? Are you prepared for this transfer of wealth? Do you have a plan on how you and your family are going to prosper in real estate? Because if you don't get it now, you're going to wait for the next market. And when things start getting better and we start stabilizing, guess who comes out of the woodwork? All the gurus are now going to be back in town saying, hey, look, we're going to train you how to wholesale houses. All the people that were working at Starbucks as baristas, the Walmart greeters, the Uber drivers, and the Lyft drivers are all back in business. They're all looking for the same thing that you're looking for. You're competing against everybody else. You're a commodity. You're a commodity again. Right now, you can dominate because no one can duplicate. Woo! Did y'all hear that? Oh my gosh. You can dominate because you can't be duplicated. Oh man, what a word, Terry. What a word. See, right now I dominate. There's nobody out there, nobody in the whole world that has this. They got bits and pieces, but they ain't got it like this. See, I work with 6 homeowners across the United States. I help them keep their home. They wrote a testimonial letter thanking me for helping them, right? So when I meet new homeowners that are saying, Terry, you just sound a little bit skeptical. All right, let me show you some homeowners that I've worked with and what they wrote about me. And I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure. So I know what you're going through. I know what you're going through. I've been through it twice, not once, but twice. Do not duplicate, dominate. That's what I like doing. So for the next 5 years, you guys, COVID-19 again is America's next big financial opportunity for you. For you. It's your time. This is your time to own the land, to dominate, to build wealth quickly. Get in, build it, so you can turn your family's finances around. You got time right now, time on your hands. Because of COVID, it's keeping us inside. My training is over the phone. It's virtual. Best program out there. I'm not just bragging. I am actually telling you the truth. I don't think there's nobody that has a better training program than me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about that right now. Okay, let's talk about the most intensive, comprehensive educational training course ever developed in the real estate industry. Okay? So, in my course, what is note buying? I want to take you through these categories, these lists of things, and then I want to show you guys how I've rebranded my material. Okay? So I teach you in my course, what is no buying? I give you the marketing that you can put out to help homeowners in foreclosure keep their home. I bet you've never seen that. I bet you've never seen a marketing campaign that markets, we can help you keep your home. I'm going to teach you about the $40,000 profit in 1 hour that I made on one deal. Okay? It's a case study. I also have an app. My first app that I developed is called 40,000 Profit in 1 hour. It's in the Apple Store. It's there now. It's not live. It's there. You can download it, but it's not live. What does that mean? Apple says, Terry, you have to keep updating this app. And I says, look, I'm giving that app away for free. So I'm not going to keep paying my hard-earned money on an app that I got to keep updating just to give it away. That's dumb money. I don't do that. So it's there. And for my students that I'm training with, oh yeah, they're going to be able to use it, and I'll show them how to make it work. So I have a $40,000 profit, a mobile app that I developed from all my years of doing what I'm doing. It's sitting on the App Store right now. 40,000 Profit in 1 hour is what it's called. I have what's called key performance indicators. I got about 6, 7 indicators that I look at, key performance indicators, before I do any investment. Before I invest anything, these key performance indicators have to be met. And what does that mean? Some of you are driving newer cars. When you're driving down the freeway and your left side and your right side, you got these mirrors. And when somebody's on the side of you and they're in your blind spot, you see the little light. You might get a little alarm, you might get a ding. What is that for? That's there to protect you. That's there to protect you. Okay? That's there to protect you so you don't injure yourself or injure somebody else. Okay? Again, at that new vehicle, somehow you maybe lost your attention and something runs across the street, the car automatically brakes for you. That's for their protection and your protection. Okay? So you don't get hurt. That's what these key performance indicators are. The key performance indicator KPIs are, hey, this deal has risk. Be careful. This deal is a great deal. And I'm going to teach you how to use those key performance indicators so you make great real estate investments. But if some of you want to be wholesalers and flip your deals, you can use this information to present to your cash buyer or even your private lenders that you're going to borrow money from as to why the deal is good or not. You give a great presentation. Bank Foreclosure Millionaire documentary. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. In 2012, you guys, I made a documentary, 30 minutes, about the Great Recession and what is happening and what's the effects. 2012. And I actually got inspired because I seen someone. Damon John was giving a pitch. And he said, look, all the studios are closed down. Netflix, OWN, Hulu. I have content. Why don't we make a documentary about FUBU? And I said, FUBU? I said, man, hey, good luck, Damon John. For real estate during COVID, real estate during the Great Recession, real estate during 2001, and what's the correlation and how you can go out and start prospering and building wealth from this information. Oh man, that's much more powerful. That's my crowd of people. That's me. So I'm updating this now. When I first built it, it was called the Nouveau Riche, the New Rich. Now it's Bank Foreclosure Millionaire. Updated to 2020 with the exact blueprint and framework you need to be able to go into the marketplace, help these homeowners in foreclosure keep their home, buy notes from banks, buy houses, and even been given free houses from people that are dealing with debt, divorce, distress. And if you can deal with people like that, you'll get a discount so you can make some dollars. The 6 Ds, again, you deal with people with debt, divorce, and distress. When you deal with people with those situations, you will get a discount on this so that you can make this and get rich. I'm telling you about my course right now. All the things that are in my course, okay? My actual forms and documents that I used on my deals. Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you the actual forms that I use and the documents on my deals from lawyers, from title companies, trustee companies, foreclosure companies. It's all included. So again, let me just tell you what the price is. What is note buying? $995 value. Marketing for We Help You Keep Your Home for $995. 40,000 profit in 1 hour. The case study, $995. My app, 40,000 profit in 1 hour, is free. Key performance indicators, $495. My bank foreclosure millionaire documentary, what is that worth? To me, it's worth $14.95 because it gives you the whole picture in videos. You get to hear me talking about this time that we're in. You get to hear me talk about what you should be doing, okay, and how you should be profiting and helping people. You get my documents that I actually use. That's $4.95. And then I have my bank foreclosure millionaire game that's on Apple and Google Play, which teaches you 11 ways how to make money buying and selling houses. It's a mobile app. It's a house flipping game. Incredible. One of my students went out and made $3,000 because he played that game. He said, Terry, I used the numbers that you have in that game to make my offer so that I would know how much money I would make. So I'm going to give you the PDF to that. You're going to have to pick up the game, and that's $20 from Google Play or App Store, right? Let's talk about the main piece of this. I've got some bonuses I'm going to throw in there. The main piece is, more than anything, you guys have access to me by phone. I'm going to personally work with you one-on-one. I'm going to give you 2 calls a week. 2 calls a week that you're on the phone with me working on this material so that I can teach you quickly and as fast as I can, least amount of time, the most expensive way I can. 2 calls a week, 8 calls a month, and 100 calls a year with me personally on the phone. What is the value of that, Terry? The value of that is Xfinity. Because you got to be able to measure the results with your ROI. What do I mean by that? No matter what price you pay, if you pay that price for me to be your coach and you go out and get 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x, 100 times that investment amount, the ROI is going to be incredible. That's what you measure it on. You measure off your investment by the return that you get on that investment. I'm putting a value of $6,995 to be on the phone with me 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times a year. Wow. I have a PowerPoint. This is the bonus. We're getting into the bonus. The bonus is I have a 40,000 profit in 1 hour PowerPoint presentation. So what does that mean? You use that when you give presentations to your private lenders for people that you want to lend you money so that you can help these homeowners in foreclosure keep their home, so that you can buy loans from the banks, so that you can buy their homes, fix it up, sell it like they do on HGTV, or you can buy it, fix it up and rent it out, or you can just flip it. But you want private money. When you're able to get private money and you don't have to go to banks for loans and you don't have to flip all your houses, or you in the driver's seats right there. That private money, having that. Now you may have your own money, which is good. But if you don't have any money right now, you have no money, no credit, no job, no license, no real estate license, no driver's license, no teeth. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, no teeth. I just threw that in. Everything's no, okay? This is how you do it. You get good at what I'm teaching you. You practice on what I'm teaching you, and you're able to get in front of a crowd like I'm doing right now. Like I've been able to do this whole call. You get in front of people and you tell them what you do. And when people like what you do, they will pay. They will give their money. They will support you. They will call and say, I'm in. Because your message resonates with them. Your message resonates with them. Okay? Then I have an Excel spreadsheet for you to put all your numbers in. For you to put all your numbers in so that you can check to make sure your math is correct. 40,000 profit in 1 hour Excel spreadsheet. Woo! And then I have an investor handout. Oh my gosh. So when you're doing those presentations to private lenders, individuals that may have money in their 401k, in that IRA, they have money in their savings account that they're only getting 2-3%, and you show them an investment that can get 25, 35, 50, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 4,000% return, which again, my students have done. One of my students made 4,444% ROI. Another student made 1,090% ROI. When you talk to them like I'm talking to you right now, and then you give them a presentation, you give them a handout so that they can take home and look at and read and go over with the lawyer. They can ask you questions. They can double check your references and find out everything's good. They like what you're doing. Hey, here's some money to buy your next note, your next house, the house you want to flip. Here's some money for your repairs, your improvements, to hire contractors. We're in. Because we like what you're saying. We like that value of you're helping these homeowners keep their homes. That resonates. That's heart-centered. That's a feel-good moment that you can offer that nobody else can. Wow. Last one. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I have one of my students, Kimberly. She's talked 10 minutes about the values of the Keep Your Home program. Woo, she delivered. I love that. That was pulled out of my archives. I have 300 videos on YouTube. And it's hard for people to just go in there and look. It's too much. So when I start talking about the Keep Your Home program, I'm gonna let you see Kimberly explain how it works, so that you can do the same thing. That's a $1,495 value. Just knowing that information will launch you directly into doing what I'm telling you immediately in your town, your city, your state, or over the world. You can be global. It's your choice. I'm gonna just go through the bonuses. Again, the bonuses. The private lender, 40,000 profit in 1 hour. Okay. The PowerPoint, $995. The Excel spreadsheet where you put your numbers in. Okay. $995. I'm sorry, $495. And then you have the 40,000 profit in 1 hour. The investor handout that I talked about. The handout, that's $995. And then again, the Keep Your Home program that Kimberly talked about, $1,995. And as a free bonus, you know what I have? I had a homeowner foreclosure that I work with. I bought their note in Florida. This was a guy, I put $60,000 of my own money. He says, Terry, I kept every single one of those letters that I got from the investors. I said, how many do you have? He says, well over 100. Guess what? I kept them. I put them in a PDF format. I'm going to get that to you for free. You can see what 100 and 150 investors were saying to get this guy's attention. My letter, for some reason or other, got through. And when he read it, he called me. He says, hey, Terry Bontemps, I'm in foreclosure. I need your help. You own my loan. Let's talk. What can you do? Woo-wee. So what did I do, you guys? Now, over the weekend, this was today's Monday. Over the weekend, I went back through my material. Give me a second. I went back through my training and I rebranded it. So what did I do? I took what I was already teaching and I put the videos to match exactly what I'm saying. It's interactive. This is incredible. No one has anything like this, you guys. So again, I was just talking about how to help homeowners in foreclosure keep their home in a process. But what I did also with the technology and the platform, I'm able to plant Kimberly's video right into that document. Straight to the point, straight to the video. Woo, man, you guys, I'm going to show you a little bit of this. I am so excited. I'm so excited to be getting up in the morning, training, teaching. I'm fired up. This is the most excited I've been about real estate, and I've been in real estate 40 years. This is the most exciting I've ever been. Okay. I'm going to hope to show you guys. I'm pretty sure I can because I practiced this. And there's an audio version with the video. So you have the course that you're looking at. Okay. This is always hard. Which way to turn it? That's the course. What is note buying? And it's captured on video. So it will go through the pages, and then it stops at "we can help you keep your home," and then the video comes on. So you can just turn play button on and you can just watch. You ain't even got to touch it. It will go through every page of my training, and then a video will come in where I insert it. That's interactive. That's incredible. Everything is cut tight. That's the MP4. What is note buying? What is note buying PDF? Let's try that. All right, again. This is the PDF I'm looking at right now. Okay. That's the course. Okay, so I go into what is note buying. I explain the process. And again, you guys, just remember, there's a video that goes with this as I'm explaining it. Okay? One of my mottos is, why not let real estate pay for everything you want out of life? And I go into a little story about me, how I got started. Okay? Again, this is a course. This is just one course. I got a few. This is just one. I'm just giving you a review. Albert Einstein says, hey, there are people that pay interest and people that receive interest. Okay? The banks are charging you interest. Okay? Over 88%, when you buy your house, over 88% of your first payment goes to interest. On a loan of borrowing $300,000, the monthly payment is $1,996. The first month, over $1,700 goes to interest. You got to hear me break this down, you guys. It's eye-opening, but here's the thing. That's how the banks profit. Why don't you learn how to do what the banks do so that you can profit the same exact way? That's what I've learned how to do. That's exactly what I've learned how to do. Again, it's in my course, okay? Okay. How do you make money with notes? There's 7 ways to make money. How do you make a profit? Okay. I really like this one here. Okay. Buying notes. Buying notes has nothing to do with being a landlord. You don't deal with tenants, toilets, trash. You don't go to Home Depot. It's in my course. You guys heard me talk about this before. Okay? You can't see it, but the most popular note that's ever been sold, Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. An investor named Thomas Barak bought the note on Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch for $23 million. Forbes called Thomas Barack the smartest real estate investor in the world. The smartest real estate investor in the world is buying notes. Just like I'm trying to teach you, what does that make me? If he's smart, I think that makes me smart also. That student on the top, she walked into a bank and got a $20 million portfolio of loans. Okay, you'll get to hear her video. And again, there's Thomas Barack, the world's greatest investor, bought Michael Jackson's note. There's a guy named Marcus Lemonis, has a show called The Prophet. He buys a note for $240,000 in one of his shows. He buys a note from the bank for $240,000. Included with that note comes 3 properties as collateral for the person that borrowed the money on the loan is now in default. Marcus could end up getting those 3 properties, making his investment not $240,000 because he's going to sell those 3 properties for $100,000. So his total investment is going to be $140,000 because he knows how to buy notes, just like I'm teaching you. All right. And again, that was just one of my training programs, how I've been able to update, rebrand my course so that it's to the point and precise. There's no waste. There's no waste. This book is called Complete Guide to Getting Rich. And most of you have courses, most of you have books, tapes, your own phone calls with your coaches and mentors, and there's 150 people on the call and you don't get a chance to answer a question. This is what it is. It's a course. It's content. It's information. But look at here. Look at what all you got to read and understand and figure out in order to get rich. So again, look, you're going to buy this book. You're going to read all this information. And then you got to try to figure it out on your own, again, on how to get rich. Ladies and gentlemen, I will teach you, coach you, train you, mentor you, and support you 100%. I support you 100% because you have my phone number. You can call me, and we're going to work with each other 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times in a year in my coaching program. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps. My number is 916-470-3869, 916-470-3869. I'm going to quickly recap. Again, there's going to be a wealth transfer, you guys. A wealth transfer for real estate investors during COVID-19. I've developed the blueprint and the framework to teach you how to make money and build wealth during this epidemic. During this epidemic, I developed the blueprint and the framework to teach you how to make money and build wealth. You need to call me and join me. If you're a homeowner out there that's facing debt, distress, and debt, and you need my help trying to help you figure out how to keep your home, my number is 916-470-3869. Okay? And if you're a real estate investor, I'm going to teach you how to profit and provide a great public service helping homeowners facing foreclosure keep their homes. I made $40,000 in 1 hour using this strategy. My training is the most intensive, comprehensive, and the most in-depth educational training ever offered in the real estate industry on this topic. I'm launching a brand new global movement of purpose-driven real estate investors, okay, that want to help people keep their homes during this pandemic. That's our mission. That is our mission. The mission is to help people facing foreclosure keep their home, to help people facing debt, divorce, and distress during COVID with their real estate, with their houses, with their homes. How do we do that? We buy notes from banks. Banks are going to want to move their inventory. They're not going to want to foreclose on all these people. It's costly. Some of them will sell their notes. We're going to help homeowners in foreclosure keep their homes if that's what they want to do. We want to try to help them. But then on the other hand, they may sell you their house because that's in their best interest. Again, they have a loved one. It's passed. It's cluttered. Bunch of stuff from floor to ceiling, every room in the house. They don't want to hire a realtor. They don't want to do it themselves, but because you're a real estate investor, you can close quickly. You'll take your house in as-is condition. They may want to sell the house to you. They may just give you the house because they don't see any value. They don't see any value in that house. It has no worth to them. The kids in Kentucky, the houses in California, the realtor says we can't list it because there's no money. We can't make a commission. And they inherited the property. You come along, they give you the house because they see no value. Or they may want a little money. They may want $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000. It don't matter. If you come to an agreement, it's a great deal for both people. It's a win-win-win for everybody. You can go out and make a profit. They want to do business with you because they don't want to deal with a realtor, and the house is cluttered, and you can give them that cash that they need. That's your business during COVID, you guys. COVID is made for you. You need to pivot into this thing and run with it hard and fast, and your passenger should be Terry Bontemps. Your GPS should be Terry Bontemps. Terry Bontemps will help you navigate this economy, this recession, this epidemic called COVID-19. See y'all. Oh man, I love that, you guys. Wow. Man, I don't even want to end live right now. I just got to do a little shouting, a little joy. I'm excited, you guys. Woo. I'm excited about this. Wow. COVID-19 was made for us. It's made for you. Call me, 916-470-3869. I got to give it up again. Oh my God. I'm laying this out on a silver platter, you guys. Woo! Wait!